I met you in the summer.
Hey everybody, it's Alphonse and welcome to another edition of 21 Questions. This is a podcast that I record from within the confines of my car in which I answer 21 questions based around a certain theme. This week's theme is going to be the summer because it's gotten pretty cold recently and we all need a little warmth in our lives. Honestly, I don't mind this cold right now, so I can't say that I feel that way just yet. Maybe later. But anyway, let's get the show on the road. Question 1. What do you like most about the summer? I love all the free time that I'm provided because I feel that during the throes of semester, you're so worried about making sure that your work is to the best of its ability that you don't really get a chance to exercise any of your creative interests, which I have a ton of. So it's just neat to have the summer to have the time to be able to explore your mind and other creative endeavors. I find that cool. And really, as much as the summer also encourages kind of slacking off, I really want to get better at making the most of my free time in the summer just so I can take advantage of the massive amount of free time that I have. Question 2. What do you like least about the summer? The thing that I like the least about it is by far the heat, because I'm not a fan of overtly hot weather. If I had to deal with either extreme temperature wise, I would much rather deal with extreme cold than with extreme heat, because the feeling of being too hot is like absolutely excruciating. I feel like when your mind is fried and you can't think, you can barely think, cold doesn't really produce that feeling as much from my personal observations. So yeah, I really dislike the heat. Heat is really bad in the summer, usually. Question 3. What is your favorite summer memory? It would honestly have to be one of the many vacations that I've gone on over the years. I think for now I'll say Italy. I have a super soft spot for my Italy vacation a few years back, just because I got to see a whole bunch of cool locales. That's when I did a whole bunch of walking around the cities, and that felt awesome. And there were a lot of opportunities to just see some great views over there. I wish I had pictures from that trip still, but it's just so good. So good. Would go back to Italy again if I could. For those who haven't visited Italy yet, I would absolutely recommend you go. It's amazing. Pretty amazing. Question 4. What did you do this past summer? Well, it all started off with a pretty awesome trip with family to Athens, Santorini, Mykonos, and Dubrovnik, and Medjugorje. So yeah, that was all pretty neat. Especially Santorini and Mykonos. Oh, so scenic, so unlike anything that's around here. So they were neat. Then afterwards, it was, for the most part, just chilling at home and hanging out with friends. So yeah, pretty calm afterwards, but hey, it's always good to have that relaxation time and all that jazz. Question 5. Do you like swimming? I do not like swimming just for the sake of swimming. I feel like there should be something interesting going on as I swim, mainly in pertains to sight. So these days I'm a super big fan of, say, snorkeling, where I can go swim and then I get to see a whole bunch of cool creatures like fish and otherwise. That's all pretty neat. One other reason why I'm not too fond of just swimming for the sake of swimming is because honestly, I don't like getting wet very often, just because you have to deal with the hassle of freshening up afterwards. And there's not too many convenient places to do that. And most of the places where I swim, which would be like a beach or something if I'm there, I don't know. So essentially swimming has to have some kind of other value to it if I were to go swimming. Ideally, seeing a bunch of cool creatures and all that whatnot. Question 6. Do you like the beach? No, I absolutely hate the beach. Question 7. Why don't you like the beach? Well, the big factor for me hating beaches is that I hate sand. I hate that it sticks to you. I hate that it's really frustrating. I guess not frustrating. Frustrating is a bit too much, but it's annoying to have to wipe it off all the time every time you go on a beach. So I hate sand. I'm like Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars prequels. Like, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. That's the reason why I hate sand too. So I relate with Anakin on a spiritual level. Nah, just kidding. And on top of that, I'm not really that much of a fan of swimming as I described earlier. So, question 8. What song makes you think of the summer? I don't know if I have an exact song that makes me think of the summer, like in a snap. The song that's going on in my head right now is that When I Met You in the Summer, like, when I met you in the summer, and my heart beats fast. Something like that. Anyway, that's what I think of. That's what I'm thinking of right now, but I wouldn't call that my go-to song that I think of summer when I hear it. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. See where that goes. Yeah. Question 9. Have you ever gotten a really bad sunburn? Yes, I have. Funny story about this actually is that when I vacationed to the Philippines like 3 or 4 years ago, basically we went on this like boat trip around these islands near Palawan, and there that I was very negligent with my sunscreen, and that I didn't put any at all on my back. And that was pretty bad news bears, because that meant that my back had this like searing pain for effectively the rest of my trip in the Philippines. Plus, eventually when we got to the peeling stage, I was basically like a snake molting. My sister was absolutely grossed by this, and I still laugh about that to this day, but yeah, it was pretty atrocious. Pretty atrocious. Would not recommend. Definitely do a better job and put on your sunscreen, folks. Question 10. Have you ever gotten cloud burn? I honestly never have heard of cloud burn. I don't know. I mean, if it's really bad, yeah, I'm gonna have to... I actually don't know. This is the first time that I've seen that term at all. I'll have to find out about what that is from the person who asked me that question. Hey. But yeah, I really don't know what cloud burn is. I didn't even realize that was a thing. So, the more you know. Question 11. Can you sing a part of Summer Love by Justin Timberlake? Well, I'll just sing the chorus, because that's the only part I know. It's probably the only part that everyone knows. I can't wait to fall in love with you. You can't wait to fall in love with me. This just can't be summer love. You'll see, this just can't be summer love. Doo, doo. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. Wrapped up, boys. GG. Question 12. Why doesn't it snow in the summer? Technically, it snows in other parts of the world that have colder climes, so you can't just say it doesn't snow at all in the summer. Why does it snow here? It's because, well, clearly, it's a warmer time. The temperatures are never going to drop enough to warrant snow. Oh, the day it does, that'll be a yowzes. Because, honestly, snow is only cool as an aesthetic thing. Once you have to deal with snow, and especially ice on the road, it is no longer a winter wonderland. At that point, it's just super atrocious. I hate driving through it. So, honestly, maybe it's a good thing that doesn't snow all the time. It's only good to have it ever so often. Question 13. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite ice cream flavor would have to be caramel, because I am a big fan of caramel. I like that a lot. Question 14. Would you ever go swimming with sharks? If they were carnivorous, I would have to be in one of those shark cages. Yeah, and even then I'd probably be scared out of my mind. So that's pretty tentative. If I were to swim with something like a whale shark or basking shark, heck yeah, I've actually swam with whale sharks in the Philippines. There's a cool little place called Oslob where you can swim with whale sharks and they get really close to you. It's so cool because if you don't know, whale sharks are the largest fish in the sea. That was super awesome. Oh, yeah, that was an experience. Y'all have to experience that at some point, swimming with whale sharks. Whether it's in the Philippines or not, just go experience it. It's great. So if I could get that experience with basking sharks, oh, that'd be so cool too. And generally any other gentle sharks out there that just casually filter feed. But yeah, carnivorous, bit more iffy on. I wouldn't want to be seen as potential lunch. I'm not about that life. Question 15. Do you know how to swim? Yes, I know how to swim. Lighten up. Although admittedly, my swimming form is not perfect, but at least I can move my legs and yeah, mainly leg work. But I can also do arms in a way that lets me swim in the water. So yeah, I know how to swim. And I'm freaking proud because that's gonna save my life one day. If it comes to that. Fingers crossed it doesn't come to that. You never want to be put in a situation where you have to depend on the skill to save your life. You would optimally just want to be able to live your life without getting into life-threatening situations. Question 16. Have you ever built a sandcastle? No, and I'm honestly not interested in building a sandcastle. No strong feelings towards that. I mean, props to the people who are really experts at building sandcastles. That's just not my cup of tea. Question 17. Have you ever gone camping? I have not. And honestly, this is one of those things that I would be interested in doing sometime in my life. Maybe, yeah, it could be a next summer thing or something. But I feel like it'd be a fun thing to do. It's probably not something my family would want to do. So I'd probably have to do with like a group of friends, which means though that probably won't come up until much later down the line. But yeah, it's something I'd want to do. I think it'd be cool. Question 18. Have you ever roasted marshmallows? Yes, I love s'mores. S'mores are the best thing to have around a campfire or bonfire or any other fire that you make. Point is that s'mores are great. And yes, I have roasted marshmallows for those. If you haven't had s'mores in your life, you have to go fix that as soon as you can. S'mores are a national treasure. Question 19. What is your favorite summer food item? I don't know if I've ever eaten an item, like, I don't know. The closest food item that is associated with summer are s'mores. S'mores are nice. I don't know if I'd call them summer food. They're a potential kind of food to have. Close thing you can say is s'mores because a lot of the other things, I personally don't feel a strong connection with summer. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Question 20. Have you ever been to a carnival? If carnivals mean fairs, then yes, I've been to fairs. I've been to the Middlesex County Fair this past summer, in fact. And I've been to fairs in general quite a few times. They're nifty, they're fun, especially if you're able to go with friends. So yeah, no strong feelings about them, they're just nice. And question 21. Have you ever experienced summer love? Nope, have not. Have not experienced that. I admittedly, at times I feel like it would be nifty if on a vacation I find someone who I think is cute and I'm like, oh, this is nice, this feels good. But the way I develop feelings for people is that I really have to get to know them. I mean, okay, initial feelings will probably be triggered by the looks, but I can't really attach myself to someone until I know what they're like. That's how I feel about that. Have not developed summer love. And I don't think it's completely necessary. I feel like you can experience love, meaningful love, through other ways. So yeah, I don't know. Don't value summer love too much, because it's not all that, despite what a lot of songs seem to think. And with that, those are your 21 questions for the week. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to follow the Silver and Scarlet SoundCloud account, where you can find more of these episodes, plus some of the musical stuffs that I do, whether it be mashups, mainly mashups actually. There might be other stuff, but just be sure to follow that, especially if you like it, because it'll be cool. I hope you all have a great day. See y'all soon.